Alright, hello and welcome back to Let's Play yet another no-name MAME game. Today's no-name MAME game is, of course, 8-Ball Action by Seed & Grove, 1985. Licensed to Magic Electronics. Not powered by technology, powered by magic. So those are the rules to pool. And interestingly, instead of pressing a start to start, you press the first button to start. Interesting to see how things had not quite, not all the design choices have been finalized by them, but again, 85. This is like the beginning of video games, so to speak. Well, okay, so in the beginning I thought I could move around the ball, but does not seem like it. And also cool, you, I believe you control the power by just moving the thing around. Like, if we go, close, then... So... we control the power by moving it around, and if we move it far, then it shoots it light. I think. I mean, that still looks pretty hard, but let's see. So here, we're like right there. I think it's kind of a bonus for you. Like, I mean, the farther out your little cursor is, like, the easier it is to aim your shot. No, I think you just constantly have... Oh. There's a little thing on the bottom. Oh. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so here's what they did. They've got... Instead of having a bar that charges up and then you shoot, they have a little slot machine sort of deal at the bottom. And that just tells you how hard your ball's gonna go. Like, you have no control over that. That's just automatic. Oh, that is pretty funny. Oh, whoa. That's the 8-ball. What am I doing here? But, oh, that's kind of funny. So, like, instead of having a bar like the other games, like, what would inevitably become the design choice of choice would be having a bar telling you how hard you're going, and you have to time it. This one, it's kind of like a little slot machine. That's kind of interesting. Okay, and if you just press the button, you just shoot. So unfortunately, you don't get to move the ball when you're hitting it initially, which kind of a bit of a scratch. It's gonna get you a scratch sooner or later. And aiming up the ball's pixel perfect is... I don't know how much precision you actually have in this. Like, does it really matter if you're just that one pixel or two off? And also, I'm assuming this is pool and not snooker, so you don't have to worry about any sort of orders or any silliness. I guess that's 8-ball. Oh. Alright, I'm guessing you do have to get them in order. But, in flagrant disregard of that, let's shoot for the 6 and see what happens. You know what? If we're just gonna test this anyway, why don't we just shoot for the 8-ball? Oh, that's really disorienting. So it does not show you at all where your ball is. Well, all you can see is your little cursor, guys. So you have, like, most of the games kind of give you a pool cue, and you can, like, kind of see, like, what angle a shot you're making. But this one, like, I thought my pool cue was on the other. I thought my cue ball was somewhere else. Okay, so I'm guessing you have to shoot them in order. And I'm guessing, like most pool games, you've got, like, some amount of lives. Oh, okay, that's interesting. So we have, various shots are worth various amounts. And, of course, the pockets are probably worth the most. Nothing too surprising there. Oh, that's interesting. You don't just get one multiplier, you've got a couple multipliers going on. And I've got to give this game a lot of credit. Even though it's from the 80s, and a lot of games from the 80s tend to be slow, this game... it really animates some things fast. I mean, when you hit that pool cue ball hard, it actually does feel like you're hitting it hard. And the cursor really does kind of, like, test your strategery. Man. But, this, I mean, even though it's like a million years old, it's a pretty solid pool game. I mean, to Pool's credit, it's not such a complicated game, but... that's still pretty cool to see it, like, so competently done. Nice. Now we can get to phase 2, where we critique my gameplay, rather than the game's gameplay. Although a little disappointing you can't move in diagonals, but again, it's pool. I'm pretty sure I can cut some slack for pool. I wonder if this is like even a clone of something else. I doubt it. I mean, it looks pretty good. Although it does look similar to some other pool game. I swear I played a pool game similar to this. And then also, too, I do like how, if your pool balls, if your cue ball is in the middle there, then you, like, stop the red laser, sort of. I mean, it behaves like a laser. Why don't we just pretend like it is? I'm a big softy at heart. And goal. Alright, let's invite chaos. It's kind of interesting. I wonder how it like determines like which way the balls should move when it's like exactly head on, everything's perfect. I wonder if I wonder if it like kind of defaults to one way or the other. And I do kind of like the random player 1, player 2 sort of, well, implied player 2, where it just kind of pretends like you actually have 2 people playing. That's actually one of the cool things about video pool. It's like, usually it's a 1-player game, whereas like regular pool is usually a 2-player game. So, I mean, if you have not so many friends, then it works out for you. If you've got a bunch of friends, then it still works out for you. Everyone needs their alone time, right? Alright, place your bets, place your bets. Well, I hope you won and or lost. There we go. Oh, twofer. If anyone bet that, I'm actually a little scared of you. Can you see the future? What does it look like? Are there pool games in the future? Alright. Yeah, I mean, I've found in pool games, it's a lot easier to let chaos do all the work. Like, you just kind of set everything hard, and then just let it go in. Ooh, double foul. Is it gonna kick me out? Still in the game. Can't do that at a pool hall. Well, I mean, like, beg for another game, and, like, beg and plead. You can always mess up incredibly in a pool hall. Ooh. Well, I wonder if it gives you a foul for, like, hitting a wrong ball first. I don't think so, though. Yeah. Ooh, name registration. Now, oh, that's interesting. So you can move left and right freely. And only 3 characters, but I gotta say, it's very basic name entry screen, but it works. And you can't always say that. And it's easy to know what you're doing. You can go back if you make a mistake. Actually, it's kind of weird. Why don't most name entry screens like let you go back and forth freely? Not many do. Like a lot of them, you just press the button, you advance to the next letter. And it's like, that's it. No exceptions, no rules. Anyway, that was 8-ball action. A solid it was a solid pool game, but again, it was a pool game from the 80s, so it all kind of evens out. But good job, Magic Electronics. You've worked your magic on this one. Even the robot has to wait for... Whoa, how do you line that one up? Okay, that was, Oh, no, yeah. Because you saw the robot, like, slightly adjusted his aim. So it's not quite what I... Whoa. Like I say, I always like the intros when the person playing is a complete pro. Oh, come on, robot, you're letting me down. I was expecting... Dang. With, like... I mean, okay, assuming it doesn't just always do the same exact sequence every time. I mean, assuming it doesn't do that same sequence every time, that would be pretty impressive. Like, you could just spend half the time just watching the computer play. Although I think it's really just kind of those first 2 initial shots that the computer, like, perfectly lined up. Actually, it's kind of interesting. This is, like, one of those basic games, so I don't even think the developers even programmed in the ability for the computer to, like, line up perfect shots. Yeah, see? He's going to do the same, albeit impressive, shot over again. Okay, fine. So it worked out a little differently, I think. No, I think this is the same thing, and he's gonna hit the 6, and then it's gonna... Yeah, because I remember that, like, deliberate kind of robotic thing. And if he got one in every time, then, like, doing the cool robot thing is cool, because it's like, I am a Terminator, I will terminate these bull balls. But, if you kind of suck, then that's... Oh, come on. Okay, fine. Because that would be really cool if they did program the computer in to, like, play pool on its own. Then you could, like... You wouldn't even have to put credits in. You could just, like, watch the computer play. You'd have, like, a whole crowd of people just, like, placing bets, and oh my gosh. That'd be pretty great. And it's, like, instead of, like, it actually being an arcade machine where, like, you play yourself, it's just, like, sort of, like, continuous horse racing or whatever. Dang. That would be cool. Well, on that note, this cat's got a scat.